Hi students, Santosh here. Today I am going to deliver my last lecture on the hydrology, which also deals with the MCQ like lecture number 8 and lecture number 9. This is the additional lecture which might be useful for MPSC mains examinations and also various type of competitive examinations and regular diploma and degree level examinations in the civil engineering for second year, third year students. So let us start with the MCQ. The first MCQ is a runoff river plan is a low head scheme, that is very important. Second, a hydrograph is a graphical representation of rainfall intensity and time, and hydrograph is the discharge versus time. Variability of rainfall is largest in the region of scanty rainfall, that is correct answer. So only 3 is the correct answer. These are the various types of MCQs asked in various type of examinations, and you must read the books very carefully for these MCQs and prepare for the examinations, because descriptive type of examinations are somewhat easier because you have to write short notes or you have to describe certain things or certain sentences. But in MCQ you must remember a particular thing or your concept must be clear for that particular point. So I think that MCQ study is more difficult than that of detailed study. So you must prepare for this MCQ study. And I want to tell you another story because this period is very crucial and difficult, and MPSC also thinking to postpone all the examinations or to declare all the dates of examination after that Maratha Arakshan issue is get clarified from the Maharashtra government. So the students who are preparing for the various type of examinations are thinking of extension of the examinations or the date extension. So they are thinking to study or not to study, and for that I want to tell you one story in Marathi. ही गोष्ट अशी आहे की एक मालक असतो आणि त्याचा एक प्रामाणिक गाढव असतं. तो मालक त्या गाढवाला घेऊन निघालेला असतो एका जंगलातून. जाता जाता त्या जंगलात एक खड्डा दिसतो आणि त्या खड्ड्याच्या बाजूने हा मालक आणि गाढव जात असताना गाढवाचा पाय चुकून त्या खड्ड्यात जातो आणि गाढव त्या खड्ड्यात पडतं. गाढव खड्ड्यात पडल्यानंतर मालकाला वाईट वाटतं, कारण गाढव तर प्रामाणिक असतं, त्याला ते गाढव पाहिजे असतं. म्हणून तो गाढवाला वर काढण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो, गाढवाला हात द्यायचा प्रयत्न करतो, गाढवाच्या कानाला धरून ओढण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो, परंतु ते गाढव काय खड्ड्यातनं वर येत नाही. त्यामुळं मालकाला वाटतं की आता असं तसं वर येत नाही तर ओरडत बसेल किंवा काही नाही, तर या खड्ड्यात आपण माती ढकलावी आणि त्या गाढवाला पुरून टाकावा असा विचार तो मालक करतो, कारण इतरांना त्रास नको असा त्याचा उद्देश असतो. मग तो मालक त्या गाढवाच्या अंगावर माती टाकायला चालू करतो. माती टाकायला चालू झाल्यानंतर गाढव त्या अंग हलवत असतं आणि अंग हलवल्यानंतर ती माती खाली पडत असते. अशी बरीच माती जमा झाली आणि गाढवाने अंग हलवल्यावर ते खाली पडते आणि गाढव त्या मातीवर किंवा त्या मातीत असलेल्या दगडांवर उभारतं आणि थोडं वर येतं. थोडं वर आल्यावर त्या मालकालाही वाटतं वर यायला लागलं आणि त्या गाढवालाही वाटतं माती टाकतो आहे, आपल्या बुजवण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो आहे, पण असंच जर हा करत राहिला तर कदाचित आपण वर येऊ. आणि हळूहळू मालक तो माती ढकलायला लागतो आणि हळूहळू गाढव त्या मातीवर त्या दगडांवर पाय ठेवून वर यायला लागतो. आणि थोड्या वेळाने किंवा थोड्या कालांतराने थोड्या तासाने असा क्षण येतो की तो गाढव त्या मातीवरून खड्ड्याच्या बाहेर उडी मारून येऊ शकतं आणि ते गाढव बाहेर पडतं. बाहेर पडल्यानंतर मालकालाही आनंद होतो आणि गाढवालाही आनंद होतो. त्याचप्रमाणे आपलंही आणि MPSCचं गणित असंच आहे, कारण ही MPSCची परीक्षा कधी होणार काय होणार आपल्याला काय माहीत नाही. सगळे लोक आपल्यावर टीका करतात, परंतु एक दिवस ही परीक्षा येईल आणि या टीकाकारांची तोंडं बंद होतील आणि त्याचप्रमाणे तुम्ही MPSC परीक्षेत चांगल्या मार्काने पास होऊन बाहेर याल आणि चांगल्या मार्काने पास होऊन बाहेर आल्यानंतर तुमच्याही सगळ्या सोयऱ्यांना फार आनंद होईल आणि ते तुमचं गुणगान गातील. त्यामुळे या गोष्टीतनं एक लक्षात ठेवायचं, जरी आपल्याला एखादा खड्ड्यात पुरायला जरी निघाला तरी त्याला पुरायची इच्छा नसते आणि आपल्यालाही पुरून घेण्याची इच्छा नसते. आपणही त्यातनं बाहेर यायचं असतं आणि त्यातनं बाहेर आल्यानंतर त्या दुसऱ्यालाही आनंद होणं साहजिक आहे. या गोष्टीतनं हेच शिकण्यासारखं आहे की आपण आपल्या मेहनतीने आणि हिमतीने अभ्यास करावा आणि आपली उद्दिष्ट किंवा टार्गेट ही व्यवस्थित असावीत. मग लोक टीका करो, निंदा करो किंवा स्तुती करो, हेच या गोष्टीतनं सांगण्यासारखं आहे. चला तर आपण पुढच्या MCQकडे वळूया. इन इंडिया विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग is adopted as a standard recording gauge, not a non-recording. Standard recording gauge is the natural siphon type. That is very important. The maximum, next is the analytical question. The maximum average depth due to one day storm over an area of 100 square kilometer is 10 centimeter. Depth, area, duration curve indicate that for the same area of 100 square kilometer, the maximum average depth for 3-hour storm will be more than 10 centimeter. Why? Because if area increases, depth decreases, but the area is same and depth also increases with the duration. So you must remember these 2 points to determine whether the maximum average depth for 3-hour storm will be increases or decreases. In this case, the depth is increases because of duration. Then next analytical question is the maximum rainfall depth of 300 mm in 24 hours has a return period of 100 years. The probability of 24 hours rainfall equal to or greater than 300 mm occurring at least once in a 10 year is given by. There is a formula for that probability. Pn is equal to 1 minus into bracket 1 minus p raised to n, where p is equal to 1 divided by t. In this case, the return period or t is 100. So p is 1 divided by 100. So we put up p as a 1 divided by 100 in that formula. Then we will get the answer 1 minus 0.99. The answer B. The B is the correct answer. This B is the correct answer because the P is 1 divided by 100. So 1 minus 1 divided by 100 is 0.99. So 1 minus 0.99 raised to n is the number of years, that is 10. That is probability at least once in a 10 years, that n is a 10. The next question is the most suitable chemical which can be applied to the water surface for reducing evaporation is the cetyl alcohol. That is the most correct answer. Interception losses are due to evaporation. That is very important. So the correct answer is only one. The interception losses are not due to transpiration or not due to stream flow. Okay. A 6-hour storm had 4 centimeter rainfall and resulting runoff of 2 centimeter. If phi index remains at the same value, the runoff due to 10 centimeter rainfall in 12 hours in the catchment is. The correct answer is 6 centimeter. How it is calculated? First of all, we have to calculate the IR, that is infiltration rate. How it is calculated? It is calculated runoff divided by time. The runoff occurred is 2 centimeter. So 2 centimeter divided by time, that is 6 hour storm. So 2 divided by 6, that is 1/3. So infiltration rate is 1/3, and that infiltration rate 1/3 multiplied by that 12 hours, that is 4 centimeter is the infiltration. And what is the runoff? Runoff is the precipitation minus infiltration. What is the precipitation? That is 10 centimeter of runoff. So that 10 centimeter minus that 4 centimeter infiltration, we will obtain the particular runoff, and the value of runoff is 6 centimeter. It is the analytical question. Okay. Then which of the following methods is used to estimate the flood discharge based on high water mark left over in the past? That is slope area method. That is high mark we have to obtain by local inquiry, and we have to calculate the discharge, that is the slope area method. Okay. In the moving boat method of stream flow measurement, the following measurements are required. That velocity is required and direction of current meter is required, and also speed of boat has nothing any importance, but depth and time interval between depth reading is also important. So the correct answer is 1 and 3. Next question is MCQ is to determine the discharge at a section in a stream from its rating curve. The required data are the stage at that section. So correct answer is only 2. The flow mass curve is the graphical representation of cumulative discharge volume and time in a chronological order. Flow mass, the chronological order is important, and it is between cumulative discharge volume and time. If the demand line drawn from a ridge in a flow mass curve does not intersect the curve again, it indicates that demand cannot be met by inflow. Okay. The shape of recession limb of a hydrograph depend upon the basin characteristics only. The recession limb and basin characteristics, you must remember that shape of recession limb is depend upon the basin characteristics. The instantaneous unit hydrograph is a hydrograph of unit duration or unit rainfall excess or infinitely small duration or infinitely small rainfall excess. The 2 and 3 are the correct answers because unit rainfall excess and infinitely small duration, that 2 and 3 is the correct answer. Then next is for an catchment area of 120 square kilometer, the equilibrium discharge in meter cube per hour of an S curve obtained by summation of 6 our unit hydrograph is 120 divided by 6, that is simple, 20 into 10 raised to 4 is the correct answer in meter cube per hour. A unit hydrograph has a 1 unit of rainfall excess, that is important. Unit hydrograph has a 1 unit of rainfall excess. The next analytical question is the peak of 4-hour hydrograph, 4-hour flood hydrograph is 240 meter cube per second. If the rainfall excess is 8 centimeter and base flow which is constant is 40 meter cube per second, then the peak of 4 hours unit hydrograph will be the 25 meter cube per second is the correct answer. And how it is calculated? First of all, we have to calculate the peak of direct runoff. And how we calculate the peak of direct runoff? That is 240, that is flood hydrograph minus base flow, that is 240 minus 40, that is 200, and that 200 get divided by the rainfall excess, we get the value of 25 meter cube per second. Then to estimate the magnitude of a flood with a return period of T years, Gumbel's distribution method requires the following data pertaining to annual flood series. For Gumbel distribution method, mean value is also required, standard deviation is also required, and length of record is also required. Coefficient of skew is not required. So 1, 2 and 3 is the correct answer for MCQ 21. For an annual flood series arranged in the descending order of magnitude, the return of magnitude listed at position period M in total data N is, that is D is the correct answer in bracket N plus 1 bracket complete divided by small m. And what is the N? N is the M and N as described. The return for an magnitude listed in position period is M and in total data is capital N. So you must remember that. If the risk of flood occurring in next 10 years is accepted to 10%, then the return period for the design should be that is 1 divided by 1 minus 0.9 raised to 0.10 by using the probability formula. Then partial duration series is mostly used for rainfall analysis. That is important. Partial duration series is used for rainfall analysis. If storage inflow rate and outflow rate are denoted by S, I, Q respectively, storage S, inflow rate I, and outflow rate by Q respectively, then the value of S in Muskingum method of flood routing is given by expression, that is K into bracket Xi minus Xq plus Q. That is the correct answer. A option is the correct answer. That Muskingum method of flood routing is channel routing method. That is channel routing method or channel routing method is the correct answer. Which of the following equations are used in hydrological flood routing method? That is continuity equation. You know the continuity equation. Q is equal to A1 A1, A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. That is continuity equation used. Okay, the correct answer is only 1. The discharge per unit drawdown at well is called as a specific capacity. The discharge per unit drawdown at a well is the specific capacity. Permeability decreases with decrease in temperature. So for 29 number of MCQ. If the permeability of soil sample at a temperature of 20 degrees Celsius is 0.05 centimeter per second, if the temperature decreased to 15 degrees Celsius, so there is a decrease in temperature, then there is decrease in permeability also. So less than 0.05 centimeter per second is the correct answer. Due to decrease in the pressure, the water level in the well penetrating in a confined aquifer will increase. That is correct answer. According to Indian standard, the number of rain gauge stations for an area of 5200 km square in the plain should be. In the plain, there should be one station for 520 square kilometers. So for 5200 km square or square kilometer, there must be 10 rain gauge stations. Then for a storm of given duration, if the intensity of storm corresponding to return period of T is I, then the intensity of storm for the same duration but corresponding to a return period of T1, where T1 is greater than T, will be greater than I. That is the correct answer. Then the rainfall in 4 successive 12-hour period on a catchment area are 4, 8, 9 and 3 centimeter. If the infiltration index phi for the storm is 0.5 centimeter per hour, then the total surface runoff will be, first of all, we have to calculate the infiltration, that is 12 multiplied by 0.5. 12 is the hour, so 12 multiplied by 5 is the 6 centimeter. Then 4 minus 6 is not possible, 8 minus 6 is the 2, 9 minus 6 is the 3, and total is 5 because 3 minus 6 is not possible. So 5 centimeter is the correct answer. Such a similar type of MCQ we studied in earlier lecture also. Then the 6-hour unit hydrograph of a catchment area 18 km square is a triangular in shape. If the peak ordinate of this hydrograph is 10 meter cube per second, then the time base is automatically 100 hours. Okay. Then the percentage of rain gauge stations which should be equipped with self-recording gauges for knowing the intensity of rainfall should be about 10%. The 10% should be the self-recording gauges as compared to percentage of rain gauge stations equipped. 10% should be the automatic gauges. If the same catchment area is situated in 3 zones X, Y, Z, where X, Y, Z represent the flat region of tropical zone. X is the flat region of tropical zone, Y is the mountainous region of a tropical zone, and Z is the arid region respectively. Then the relationship between the desirable number of rain gauge stations in these 3 zones NX, NY and NZ respectively is NY is greater than NX and NX should be greater than NZ. That C is the correct relationship. If the coefficient of variation of rainfall values at 4 rain gauge stations is 30% and permissible error in the estimation of mean rainfall is 10%, then the additional number of rain gauge stations required for the catchment is, there is one simple formula, that is coefficient of variation divided by permissible error in the estimation square minus existing rain gauge station will give you the additional number of rain gauge stations. So 30 divided by 10 square is the 9, 9 minus 4 is the 5. So 5, the C is the correct answer for that. So you must remember that formula. Then last one is assertion A. Under identical condition, the evaporation from seawater is less than that of from fresh water. Reason R, vapor pressure of seawater is less than that of pure water. So both A and A are the true one, and the R is the correct explanation of the A, and that is the most appropriate MCQ for that. So for more details and more notes, you please contact my administrator or you can email me on my email ID. And the students who have not subscribed my channel, I am again requesting you to subscribe my channel and watch it till the end so that some ideas might be clear and you may score some good marks in the competitive type of examinations as well as your diploma and degree type of examinations. So goodbye, and I am completed this hydrology topic. There are certain topics I have to cover, but whether time permits, it depending upon the time, I will complete that also in next lectures. But right now I am concluding this hydrology, and my next topic or next subject of lecture is the highway engineering, and that is my one of the career subject. So I am going to elaborate that subject in detail so that you can score in paper 2 of MPSC, and as well as highway engineering is the part of all civil degree and diploma level of examinations. Okay, till then, bye bye, and please watch my next coming lectures and press bell icon to get the further notifications, and please again subscribe me. Till then, bye bye, see you, bye.